We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. From the gun, it's Walker. Fights off the defender. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to Walker on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Again, it's Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Smith. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Tagovailoa, and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Motion man is Berrios. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua sets up to pass it. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Walker with it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, a 20-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Dolphins nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
All right, come on.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Smith. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Play action. It's Smith. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game.
He's got it at the 15, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. 70 yards, and the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Geno steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Tua going to change the play.
Long. Corner, long. 20, TX. Out.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
This 2nd and 4. Again, it's Achane. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 41 yards. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, here's Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Solo left Zion. Let's go.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
98 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Walker with another carry to about the 26 here.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense knows, they're well aware that they're down 2 scores, and they figure this is pretty much their last chance. They know if they give up a touchdown here, that ends it. Nice job on 1st and goal to push them the other way, but they have to be thinking takeaway.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmaker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for two.
Hey,
The Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
Hey, turbo two. Out.
It's complete. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, here we go. Hey.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And now Smith going to change the play. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Watch it, Oscar. Ready. Out.
Throwing Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes 2nd down.
Hey. Ready, shot. Scat.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Go ahead. 21G. Long. Corner, long. 20, TX.
Here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 134 yards rushing for him now to this point. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's first down.
Get set. Hey. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now Tua. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get.
I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. For my day, I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say, yeah, I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or prize. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like, I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sickness. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, got a game a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, can I drive? drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Trump cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I'm made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my name is Jumper, up a pump, pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm dealing with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just sucking my blood, they can love what you count.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Ball is teed up, Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go from Miami. D. Eskridge to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he works his way for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
All right, come on. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They motion Waddle over left. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. They put a receiver in motion here left. 1st down, here's Tua. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Let's go. Turbo 1.
Tagovailoa throwing on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Finds his man, Waddle. And this is down all the way to the 3. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Achane punches it in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. defenders all set to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Fields. It's taken in by Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Here we go.
Blitz coming here, Fields. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Easy. Here we go.
He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here we go, son.
It's Warren on 3rd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. And it's the Steelers with 1st and 10. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Going to the ground again on 1st. Good running here. He's across the 15. Has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Get set.
Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Launches one deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 2 now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Here's Tagovailoa again. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Miami. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Sanders all set to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10.
Hey, 10. Don't jump, man.
Fields out of the gun. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10.
Here we go. Good.
Fields looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They have themselves another first and 10.
Here we go. Right.
A pistol snap. Fields. He loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive.
All right. G, 21G. Long. Corner, long.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. He beams one deep right side. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
They're right here. Ready, set.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Looking to throw. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. That's complete inside the 35. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, sir.
Play action, Fields. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Here we go.
Here's the option give to Warren. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. They don't get anything on 1st, and now they face 2nd and 15.
Hey, right what you want, right? Here we go. Extend. Right.
Looking to throw Fields. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Offense up to the line fast.
11.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Offense in the hurry up here. This is Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Off play action, it's Fields. Buying some time right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. From the 19. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go. Right.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, side. Side.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Another throw for Fields. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Working quickly here. Harris is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Najee Harris, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers tie things up at 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Cover 2.
Second half begins with a run by Achane. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Second and 3 now.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Go ahead. Tony, TX. Out!
Achane again. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42.
Get to the line!
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Solo left Zion.
Tua off the play fake. Gets everything he has under this throw. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. So now, after the penalty, it's first and 15. Sending a receiver left. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's caught, Devon Achane. And he crosses midfield before going out.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
This one's taken in by Hill. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Tagovailoa on first down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And in for the Miami touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Sanders all set to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
He'll start the drive with Warren. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. On first and 10, it's Fields. Short pass brought in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Steelers down by 7. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like we got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Has it in close. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
He's going to run in for 2. Oh, they gambled the entire game on that call, and now they're in line for the win. Now Boswell on to send this away. Washington now to return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
It's safe. Go ahead. Double 1, high. Watch it, Oscar. No.
He'll look to throw it. Berrios makes the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An entire game coming down to this try by Jason Sanders. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. He didn't get enough into it. Oh, it just comes down shy of the crossbar. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now.